Hello and welcome back to another video. This video is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do. Today what we're doing, I'm going to be teaching you how to make some DIY Easter eggs and how to do that using food coloring, vinegar, water, and of course some boiled eggs. Now I have those boiled eggs ready. They're just cooling off right now so we can get started. First thing you want to do, and I already have some mixed up right here, you're going to want to boil some water, and then you're going to want to add in some vinegar to that as well. And you don't need a whole lot, you just need a little bit. And what's going to happen whenever we get this to a boil, we're going to take this over to our coffee cups right here, and you will need something to hold hot water. I was going to use solo cups, but I don't think that solo cups will work as well as hard glassware, so we're going to use some actual coffee mugs for that. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so that is the consistency that you kind of want to be at. You don't want it to be a roaring boil. You just want it to start boiling. Okay, now that we have that, we're going to go ahead, we're going to open up our food coloring right here. I'm going to teach you how to make the food coloring mix so you can stain the eggs and make Easter eggs. Now for adding in the colors. Now, whenever you add in the colors, all you need is food coloring, and you want to give it a gracious amount because the more color that you add into it, the brighter the color is going to be on the eggs. So I'm going to go right here. I'm going to start with some red. I'm going to add in a pretty good amount of red into that. Let's go over and add in some blue, and then we're going to take a knife or a fork or something like that, and we're going to mix these colors up. So now I have the colors in the mugs. That is vinegar water that has been boiled, so it's still hot. And I have the eggs over here. They're drying off right now. And I'm going to show you a few things that you can do with this to make this really neat. Now, if you want to, you could just go ahead and put the eggs directly into the food coloring like I'm going to do with this one, because this one I had red on my finger and it smeared all over the egg. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop that down there. So that's one option. You can leave it in there, leave it set for a little bit, and whenever you bring it back out, depending on how long you leave it there, it's either going to be red or it's going to be pink. For instance, if I take it out right now, so I got a spoon, I'm going to scoop it up. It's not going to be very bright red, but you can see I've already colored this egg, so it's kind of a pink. So I'm going to leave that down there. Leave it down there for a little bit longer. Now, something really neat that you can do is if you have a white crayon, you can actually draw little designs on it. So like this, and let's say I'm going to draw a happy face. So I'm just going to go like that. And you can't see it very well, but the happy face is on there. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop this into the yellow. And what the crayon is going to do, the crayon will act kind of like a wax seal, so the color will not go over where the crayon was. So that's something you can do. Whenever that gets done, I'll bring it out, and we should have a happy face egg. Another fun thing you can do with these is wrap rubber bands around them. And if you wrap rubber bands around the eggs, then you will create empty spaces in the egg where the color won't hit, and it's where the rubber bands are. So you can dye these multiple colors, strap rubber bands around them, and they'll come out being different colored stripes. So for instance, I have this egg right here all wrapped up. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this into the blue. Now, if you really want to get fancy with it, you can actually take your spoon that you have. I'm going to take some of that red, put it right back down there, and you can leave it in the mug and then take an egg and rest it half and half in there. You can do it kind of like that. That way half of it gets really dark green and the other half doesn't. So I'm going to come back in a few minutes and let's see how these eggs look. Okay, so it's been a couple minutes. Let's go ahead and take this out. And as you can see, I have an egg that is really green on half of it and kind of lightish green on the other half. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll take this egg right over here. I'm going to put it right there to dry. So let's look at our happy face. And there's our happy face egg. So that's what we did with the white crayon. Take it right over here and boom, happy face egg. Okay, let's look at the solid red egg. See how it turned out. Ooh, it's a bright red. Okay, let's take that right over here as well and right down there. And let's look at our striped egg. Let's see how well that turned out. Okay, so we got blue on there. I'm going to go ahead and take the rubber bands off so we can see it. And when I took the rubber bands off, it kind of splattered the other eggs. But you can see what it looks like. That's pretty neat. Okay, so those are how you can create your very own Easter eggs at home using just food coloring, vinegar, and water. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope that it has helped out, and have a great, wonderful Easter this year.